Have you ever found yourself recognizing someone's face but struggling to recall their name? This common experience stems from the unique ways our brains process visual and verbal information. Faces are processed in the fusiform gyrus, an area specialized for recognizing complex patterns and intricate details. Names, meanwhile, are stored in the temporal lobe, which handles verbal and episodic memory, often muddled by the transient nature of spoken words. This division highlights how different memory systems can function independently, leading us to remember faces more easily than names, creating a curious cognitive dissonance. Our evolutionary history sheds light on why face recognition is prioritized in our cognitive architecture. Recognizing faces was crucial for survival, enabling us to identify allies and foes in an instant. This ability has deep roots in our social nature, as humans are inherently social beings reliant on group interactions for survival and cooperation. In contrast, remembering names wasn't as critical in early human societies, where group sizes were smaller and verbal identification less necessary. This evolutionary perspective explains why our brains are hardwired to prioritize facial recognition over the fleeting memory of names. The phenomenon of recognizing faces but not recalling names also reveals intriguing aspects of attention and memory. When we meet someone new, our attention tends to focus more on visual cues than verbal ones. Faces provide a wealth of information, from emotion to age and identity, demanding our cognitive resources and leaving little room for verbal details. Names, however, are often heard only once and can easily be overshadowed by the visual impact of the face. This imbalance in attention contributes to the memory gap, leaving us with a vivid image but a blank on the name. The concept of name blindness refers to the difficulty many people have in recalling names, even those they've heard multiple times. This challenge is linked to the fact that names are arbitrary labels without inherent meaning, lacking the visual or emotional cues that faces provide. Unlike faces, which convey rich social information and trigger emotional responses, names don't connect to existing knowledge or experiences as readily. This lack of context makes names harder to remember, as they don't anchor themselves in our memory like the expressive features of a face do. Social dynamics also play a role in how we prioritize faces over names. In many cultures, remembering a face is often more socially rewarding than recalling a name. Recognizing someone and acknowledging their presence can foster social bonds, conveying a sense of familiarity and importance. Names, while important, often take a back seat in these interactions, overshadowed by the immediate recognition of a face. Our brains, therefore, adapt to these social expectations by reinforcing facial recognition, ensuring we maintain positive social connections even if names elude us. This social prioritization echoes our evolutionary past. Interestingly, technology has begun to influence our ability to recall names. With social media platforms, we often see faces paired with names, offering multiple exposures that reinforce memory through repeated association. Yet, even with repeated exposure, the visual impact of a face often overshadows the name, showcasing our cognitive preference for visual data. This highlights how our cognitive preferences remain steadfast, even as technology offers new ways to link faces and names. Our brains continue to privilege the rich data faces provide, keeping names secondary as technology reshapes the landscape of social memory. To improve name recall, strategies can be employed that harness the strengths of our visual memory. Associating names with visual images or creating a memorable story around a name can create mental connections that aid recall. Additionally, using repetition and writing down names can help reinforce memory by engaging multiple memory systems. By linking names to vivid images or personal anecdotes, we create a more robust cognitive map that aids retention. These techniques leverage our natural cognitive strengths to overcome the disconnect between face recognition and name recall. The neuroscience of face and name memory uncovers fascinating insights into how our brains compartmentalize and prioritize information. While face and name recognition involve distinct neural pathways, they ultimately converge in social contexts, creating a tapestry of human interaction. Understanding these processes not only illuminates our cognitive architecture, but also offers practical applications for social dynamics. By acknowledging these differences, we can develop strategies to enhance memory retention and improve our social interactions, fostering deeper connections with those around us. This knowledge empowers us to navigate the complexities of memory with greater awareness. The psychology of memory is a rich field that continues to explore the nuances of human cognition. As we delve deeper into why we remember faces over names, we gain valuable insights into the interplay of evolution, social needs, and memory systems. These insights not only broaden our understanding but also empower us to navigate the complexities of human interactions more effectively. By appreciating these cognitive processes, we can cultivate a greater awareness of how we connect with others, fostering empathy and understanding in our everyday encounters. In conclusion, while the challenge of remembering names remains, the understanding of why faces are so memorable offers profound insights into our cognitive priorities. It underscores the importance of visual processing in our social fabric and the intricate workings of human memory. This exploration invites us to reflect on how we engage with the world, encouraging us to be more mindful of the connections we forge. Perhaps the question is more useful than any answer, as it deepens our appreciation for the complexity of human cognition and the social tapestry it weaves. One intriguing aspect of memory is how emotions can amplify the recall of both faces and names. Emotional experiences tend to be more memorable as they activate the amygdala, which enhances the encoding of memories. A face associated with a strong emotion, whether positive or negative, becomes etched in our minds more deeply. Similarly, a name linked to an emotional story or significant event is more likely to be remembered. This emotional anchor provides an additional layer of memory reinforcement, bridging the gap between faces and names. Another fascinating element is how cultural differences impact the importance of names and faces. In some cultures, names hold profound significance, often tied to family heritage or personal characteristics, making them more memorable. In others, the face and its expressions carry greater weight in social interactions. Understanding these cultural nuances helps us appreciate the diversity in memory processing across societies. By recognizing these differences, we can engage more thoughtfully with diverse cultures, bridging our own cognitive preferences with those of others.